Alright guys, welcome to the second chapter. Today we're going to be getting into how I actually widened my jaw and basically got rid of having a narrow jaw. Because this honestly was a really annoying thing. It was difficult when I was younger. I don't know, it always bugged me. Because I was like, I always feel like I just had such a long face and a narrow, long face when I was younger. So I was like, I don't know, I didn't realize, I kept doing these specific habits over time. And this is definitely not like a one night, you do something and the next day it happens, right? So this is something that takes a long time. It takes a lot of consistency, but it's definitely, it's definitely viable. It's definitely doable if you're consistent and willing, to put in the work and effort. It's not like difficult to achieve, but it's just, it just takes consistency. But obviously genetics play a part. Some people naturally have wider jaws, and I didn't really have a wide jaw when I was younger. So one of the things is making sure your testosterone is high when you were young, because in doing these things will basically, because having a high testosterone builds to your bone mass, and the more you nurture that and are watching that, your face will widen out and your bones in your face will get bigger if you have higher test levels during puberty. And what you need to do is obviously be eating high quality proteins, getting your nutrition in, getting your exercise in when you're younger. So if you're anywhere from, if you're under like 20 years old, this is what you need to be doing. If you're under 21 years old, this is what you need to be doing. Okay. Right now I'm 20, by the way. So when I was younger, I didn't take it seriously, nutrition stuff, but this definitely plays a part to how your face looks during puberty, because when you're younger, your bones won't, you're basically decreasing your potential. So you want to maximize your potential by making sure you have a good nurturing diet. And I know this sounds like shady or just like, I don't know, lukewarm. Like this isn't like, actually this really doesn't make a difference, but it definitely plays a part. And another thing I did was actually eating very tough meats. So things like steak, obviously, and I would actually chew a lot of peanuts. In all my days, your masseter muscles get so sore. But what you need to do is, if one of your masseter muscles are bigger, you need to be chewing on the actual opposite side of your masseter muscle, okay? Because you want to make sure they're both going to grow evenly. And eating, tougher meats, peanuts, chewing gum, all these things contribute to your jaw. And I actually have done other exercises. I've done the towel method before, not as much as clenching my jaw. Like the number one habit I would actually do, I would just sit there and clench my jaw, bro. Like I'm always sort of just like, I don't know, when you clench your jaw like that, you're training and stimulating that muscle constantly. And it just was always a habit where I would do that a lot. But also having a good dental setup is really important, because you can't really do these things and your jaw will not be as symmetrical if you don't have straight teeth. So honestly, you can work on these things as you're getting straight teeth, but honestly I recommend getting straight teeth first by either doing Invisalign or doing braces. But if you haven't fixed or gotten on your straight teeth yet, that's something you need to be doing absolutely, like, first. But yeah, that's pretty much honestly all I did, was just constantly training my jaw, chewing, like, because even Brad Pitt, on set, he was always chewing peanuts, always chewing something tough, and a lot of people say that actually contributes to his really wide jaw. He has iconically, but yeah, this is pretty much what I did. But I'm gonna make more tips in some future videos once I do some more research on other options you guys can work on.